Hi, I'm Zuzi, Agile Coach, Certified Scrum Trainer, and author of the Great Scrum Master book. And today I thought it's a good time to share a few tips about how to do the online trainings. I got the privilege to do 2 classes this week, and based on the participants' feedback, we've got a great feedback. So I want to share a few things. So tip number 1, you have to use the video. So if you want to see how it looks like, I share a screen with you where I have a picture from one of those classes. So everyone can say hello, right? Very simple. You see everybody's face. You see how they feel, how they look. It's almost like face-to-face feeling, but you need to use this gallery view. I'm using this Zoom conferencing tool, which is actually really good because my second tip is you need to have the breakout. You need to have a time where you give participants the opportunity to talk with each other without you listening. You as a trainer, you can always go and visit one of those breakout rooms and have a conversation with them, answer their questions or whatever else. But actually, they are on their own. They can have a private conversation. They can discuss. It pretty much simulates what we do around the tables at its classroom, typical setup, right? And they need to have their time to be on their own. And I thought this is one of the key learnings. Speaking about that, tools, right? The tools need to be very simple. So try to have it with like no login, because start to solve those, I can't log in and there is no password and how shall I do it? It's just super frustrating. So what I'm doing, I'm sending a test Zoom call link for everybody on the class, like 2 days before the class, so they can test it. I'm also sending them link to the Google documents. So we are using the Google Suite for Google Sheets, Google Docs for collaboration. And I try to make it with like no login again, so you can make the link shareable to edit with everyone. So that's quite simple. Again, you don't need to do anything else. Just click on a link, no login, and you can write directly to the Google Sheets or documents. So this is a preparation up front. I want them to write their name and email address beforehand so they can test it. As a third technology, what I'm using here is a very simple board. No specific security, so I can show you how it looks like, how it works. So we have this board right over here. It's called scrumblr.ca. Here it is. And I'm using it for a backlog, for example, or for some roles and responsibilities exercises where everybody can just create their own card and then we can move it to the backlog in progress and done, whatever we need to. You can also do some simple dot voting on the cards, as you might see some of those got votes. Simple, straightforward. Again, no login. You can just click on a link and use it. So, tools. Just make it simple. Sometimes, if it's not that cool, nice looking, but it's simple to use, it will do most of the job for you. Then, what I learned as a third tip, that training, or fourth tip actually, training from the back of the room is very well designed to run virtual. So I didn't have to really change much on my face-to-face classes design. I'm using a workbook so they can see what the task is for their peer collaboration. And I didn't have to change those exercises. So the only thing I changed actually, comparing to the face-to-face class, is one simulation where I let all the people do the stand-up simulation, the daily Scrum simulation, where they stand. So I didn't want to do it over the tools, so I thought I will draw a comics. Another thing which is quite interesting is what I'm using is actually drawing the slides. So to share this screen with you, I am using iPhone or iPad. So in this case, iPad via cable. And I do the share now. So you should see my screen there with a Scrum team as this example, right? And Here is how I can draw. So we have this, product owner using a different color, for example. There is a Scrum Master and development team. Quite nice, isn't it? Almost like a real flip chart. And then, of course, at the end, you can export it into the PDF and share with all participants. Or you can export it to the JPEG and share it on the fly right away. So a few more things. We have longer breaks. We actually make them 15 minutes, and I realize people need them. They just need to stretch and move a little bit in front of the screen. And I think the last thing, you sometimes just really need to have fun. It's very important. So when I came from one of my breakout rooms today, I actually realized that there is this animal looking at me. It looks like this. Just instead of those people, in one of those screens, I've got this nice animal. So I actually searched my daughter's wardrobe, and I found this one. So I put it here in the screen, and they've been like just looking at each other. So, have fun and try to do something crazy, because it will help people to laugh, and that's all they need. All over, I realize I'm enjoying it. So if you need any help or anything, just ping me back and I'm willing to share more. But that's the tips which I shared are summarizing most of my learning. Have fun. Thank you for listening.